Yeah, guys. So we are live. Yeah, it's been a bit late, but we'll try to have some good bit of discussion on the upcoming second test in the BGT, the ping ball test at Adelaide. So, India had an enthralling win in the first test, courtesy the young guns, Yashasvi Jaiswal, Harshit Rana, Jasprit Bumrah's incredible spell as usual, KL Rahul's class. Now with Rohit back in the squad, what's going to be the positions of the batters? Where is Gill going to fit in? Will Jadeja and Ashwin get a game here? What's going to be the strategy from the Aussies in the ping ball test? So yeah, there's a lot to discuss, and I will be joined by Shubhadeep and a couple of other guys who are going to join in some time. So guys, I will like maximum participation and interaction from you guys so that we can continue this live for quite some time. Spring ball test, I guess, is having some net issues.
Hola. Can you hear me out? I can see everything. Can you hear me out? That's my point.
Yeah, so Shubha, yeah, now I can hear you. So yeah,
I can see you.
I was
I
just
can
asking
see
you
you.
about the
Okay.
yeah. So the ping ball test. How do you think India are going to approach this? First question would be this.
Uh, I think they should approach it as they did in Perth test. Don't take it lightly. Don't take Australia lightly. I think no team should do a bit of bad work of taking Australia lightly. They are at home, and even though they are distracted, last game for 295 run defeat, so many injuries for Steve Smith, Mitchell Marsh, Hazelwood already out of the test match. So many, so many press conference talks of a bit of a barrage of breakage of the Australian dressing room, so many media reports against the Australian team this time around for the BGT. But still, I would say don't take Australia lightly and make sure you go with the same process, you go with the same brand of cricket with with the bat, with the ball that you wear the last game. But against the ping ball, he would have nice day in the middle in the Manuka Oval. So I think yeah, that could be one of those things that you can keep an eye on going into Adelaide. One thing is gonna be certain: if India bats, and whenever they bats, that nightmare of 36 will come back at any point of time. They lose a couple of few wickets here and there on a successive route. That will be the most important thing for in my understanding how they tackle that nightmare, because nightmares can suddenly creep you back to the process and take your mind attention away from what have you prepared. And that is the challenge. You have to say no, we have just beaten this Australian side. And also the fact, Shabdoshi, they are unbeaten at in the day night test matches in Adelaide. The only day night test they have lost is in Gabba, so they knows the conditions better than anyone else. So make sure you do everything. I think toss will be crucial in my understanding. I'll suggest them to bat first, having won the toss. Even if you
I
bowl,
guess I guess we got stuck again.
no, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Maybe some issues. Okay, let's continue. I guess yeah.
Okay, I
Maybe
just
from
said
my
that
end,
the
I don't
toss.
know, but the buzz was
Yeah, could
like
be.
hammered. Okay, I think it's fine now.
Yeah,
Continue.
yeah, I just said that toss will be very crucial in my understanding. I will suggest them to bat first, but even if you bowl first, those two first sessions before the twilight period will be very important, not to give so many runs under the sun. Once the light comes out, the floodlights get switched on, it'll be important to bowl in the right areas, light lengths, right lines, and that will be one of the hardest job for them. How they cope with such thing in this team, hard, the bowling department. If Washington Sundar plays, I don't know what the team news is. If Washington plays, there is only one, Jasprit Bumrah, who has played the Adelaide Test under lights or Test match with the ping ball. Siraj hasn't played a ping ball test. Okay, I can't. I think you are struggling with the network today. I don't know who is struggling, but someone is struggling. I think
Both are
I can't
struggling.
see
Maybe
you.
at spots.
Yeah, it seems like so because I saw you were jammed absolutely. Now it's getting better. Now I can see you. Yeah, now that's better. Okay, I can see you now betterly. Okay,
Okay,
the
so
thing
yeah,
is,
I mean, yeah, continue.
no, I was just saying that if the bowling department plays with the same team that there was in Perth, then apart from Bumrah, no one has played with the pink ball yet. Suraj hasn't played it. Neither has Rana. Not even a domestic game. Neither has Sundar. So they don't know how to deal with the fact. And it's not like there's a ping ball swings a lot, ping ball swings that, these and that, and under lights. You're just gonna get some swing and see movement. It's not the fact. You have to use in a different way. So yeah, toss will be really crucial in my understanding, and then the batting. Most importantly, one of those periods when you lose a couple of wickets,
Twilight period,
yeah, that's how
which has been the
you
norm
have to
in pink
realize
ball
how
test.
to deal with the fact.
Yeah, so I mean that's a pretty important period, and yeah, I mean also Mitchell Stark has a phenomenal record in the pink ball matches, if I'm not wrong. So he will like to turn up to his
He
best
I
with
think
the pink ball in hand.
he's actually a great bowler in pink ball test, especially in Adelaide. I think he is the leading wicket taker with 39 or 40 odd wickets in pink ball test matches in Adelaide. As is the case with Hazelwood, I think he's the second leading wicket taker. Nathan Lyon is another one who has
Yeah,
enjoyed the pink ball a
Netherlands loves
lot.
bowling at Adelaide.
Adelaide also, the grounds where he was a groundsman all those years ago before he made his test debut. And yeah, Cummins will be another. I think they will miss Hazelwood big time. He had 5 for 3 last time they played in a horrible test matches that no one remembers from an Indian point of view. So yeah, Netherlands will be one of the good replacement for as far as Hazelwood is concerned. I think the same kind of a bowler who keeps on bowling with the same line and lane, handkerchief line and lane, targeting the same areas, concern for the batters. And yeah, Boland is expected to be the one of the good replacement for Australia. But then again, I think the good thing for Australia is they have taken a break, the last one. So it's now for them, it's a 4 month series. For them, it's a 4 month series. And they have also get a good period of rest from the last two. So the Pacers have picked up the pace again. They got the rhythm back, as is the case with the spinner. Was bought a lot of overs. Ethan Line bought a lot of overs the last time around in the Perth. So yeah, they got a nice break. The only thing is injury scares. So many injury scares for Australia. I saw Labuschagne got hit. I saw Steve Smith getting hit in a throwdown he was taking for Marnus. I saw Mitchell March is concerned with injury with a side strain. I saw so one of those news, I don't know whether it's true or not, but Nathan Lyons was struggling with his hips a little bit. So 4 or 5 struggling news of Australia's injuries, and that could be one of the crucial parts of where you take the game away from the visitors. They have to make a climb. If they don't come back this match, if they don't win this, I don't see them winning the series at all. If they lose this series and go to Gabba down 0-2 down, you're losing the series. You're losing the series, and you are almost under pressure of the WTC final qualification. That's in your mind. No matter how much you say in the press, no matter how much say in the media, no matter how to try to keep you yourself away from all the things, the buzz is there, the entertainment is there, and you are taking yourself away from that kind of qualification round. So yeah, all to play for Adelaide on Friday for sure.
Yeah, surely. And I mean, now it's more likely, it's most likely that South Africa will make it unless they, uh, I mean, falter at the fag end. But most likely, if South Africa
Yeah.
gives pitch like this, it looks like they will make the final, and then it's up to this BGT who is gonna get that other spot.
That's the cool, and also fact that South Africa was great last time. I think they bowled at Sri Lanka for what was the score? 44, 44
42,
odd in the first.
42, and
Okay.
it got over in some 13.5 overs, so less than a
Well,
T20 match.
I remember that was one of my off days in the office, and I was asked to have it join our cricket game in the locality. I left the house at 3:30 in the afternoon when the last wicket was batting. I think it was Temba, and it was one of those guys who got injured. One Mulder, and Temba was batting for the
Van
last
Mulder, yeah.
wicket when I left home. Yeah, when I left home at 3:30 in the noon, and I thought, okay, when I come back in the evening, I'll enjoy Sri Lanka's batting. Dimuth is one of my favorite batters from the Sri Lankan side. I said, wow, Dimuth is batting. Came back home at 6 in the evening. opened the television, and there was two guys batting. There's Aiden Markram and Georgie. And I thought I suddenly missed something that I shouldn't have. What happened there? And I checked the scorecard. Sri Lanka 42 in almost an hour. It was like a horrible thing. What happened with England 60 all out? Oh, sorry, Australia 60 all out in the Ashes 2015 at training
Yeah, I think
base.
even in the 36 all out, India survives on 20 odd, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, and they almost kept on losing to the lanky pacer of Marco Johnson. They cannot handle the pace and attack. Durban is one of those pitches with a bit like a subcontinental. So it's slow, helps the spinners a lot. And that was such a bright day, sunny morning. I thought batting would be easy as that day. And they lost wickets like heaps of. They can't even control the fact. They did well in the second innings or in the fourth innings of the game, but that was way too long. I think for the matter that South Africa have already nailed or scripted a victory from that point of time, and also the fact that I have to remember that South Africa came into the game with a lot of confidence on the back of what they did in Bangladesh, the two victories, which are not easy to beat Bangladesh at home, especially in their
Yeah,
own
also it was
conditions.
their first maybe victory in the subcontinent in a while.
Yeah,
There was some stats.
so many times
Yeah,
they've gone to Sri Lanka, they've gone to India, they've gone to Bangladesh, they've gone to Pakistan. They couldn't beat anyone. Now that the victory, they also own 1-0 or 2-0, 1-0, I think, it in the Caribbean. And then now this game. And now they're moving to PE. I think PE gonna be the whole 5 days are sunny, so they have no issues with the weather conditions. The only thing is how they kind of reconnect. If they wins the game, I think they are almost confirmed for the WWDC because they have two tests left. They can surely beat Pakistan. They're already better than Pakistan in test matches, especially in their conditions. So I can actually guarantee South Africa is almost have kept a feet on the World Test Championship final in Lords for sure. It's all about the second team who qualifies, whether it's India or Australia. I don't think Sri Lanka can get there. So magically, I'm thinking that the BGT is gonna be the one.
again, if South
Seriously.
Africa qualifies, there this might give rise to a question like it did when New Zealand qualified, that playing less matches, is
Yeah,
it being an advantage?
it
Someone
is
like
the advantage.
England is playing 15, 20 tests, Australia is playing 15 tests, India is playing 12, 13 tests, South Africa plays just two tests every series.
Yeah, I think not the point is not that they were playing five was too much because all the point is on the percentage point, so they are getting percentage point at the same rate. There's no issues with it, but I think the two match series can be a bit dodgy subject to discuss, to be honest, because at some point of time those two test matches can be lengthy because you lose one, then you have to win the next one. You don't get two chances. But those who are playing five, they lose two. You're getting three more chances to not come back. And the fact is,
But
when
at
a Ben
some point,
Stokes
I
has
guess the WTC needs to be on level terms. It's not about
in
being the
level,
advantage or disadvantage, but
yeah,
it's
absolutely.
about being on level terms.
Absolutely. And not even this. Also, they have to try to bring out that three finals. I don't believe in one finals for sure. Both teams India reach there, they miss the chance, and they're gone, docked off the final. So they have to make sure that you prepare three finals. It's not easy. I know most of the former players are saying that you put three scheduled three finals, one wins the first two, then you just rubbish the last one. It can't happen
Yeah.
because the tickets will be sold by then, stadiums will be taken by the ICC under. So how the money will go there? You have actually taken the charge of that stadium. Why will the money come for the ICC to provide to the management of that stadium? So how you cannot do that for sure. If I have bought a ticket. I don't know what the result of the second test match. I have bought a ticket 3 days ago before for the third test match. Suddenly, I got to know that that same team has won the second test match and the third test match been eased off. I have done nothing in my point of view. So why I gonna be robbed of my money and the time that I have saved for the test match? So that cannot be happen
Yeah.
for
Also the
sure.
point that not every time hold it in England, do it somewhere else. But then again, that period of June, July, it's up, England only. The time also satisfies
Correct.
with
That
the
is the
Indian
point.
audience.
That is the point. Time is the only only case here. I think whether they can satisfy with anyone, but the time is that it's absolutely summer peak rainy time in monsoon time in India, June, July. Great time, 3:30 in the afternoon. You can sit there, do anything. You can
Yeah. So
anything
that's what we
whatever
were
you want.
saying. SA is gonna make it. Which team would be saying? Yeah, that's what we were saying. It's
That's
most likely
that's
now
the
Us versus
million dollar question.
Us versus India for that second spot.
Yeah, but I think South Africa have done a good job. Even if they
Also, I
couldn't
think
do,
in England the audience watching Test cricket is also, I mean,
yeah,
in a
so
great
much
number.
great number. Yeah, you got to say that even if they are playing New
Maybe in
Zealand,
Australia you will get some audience, a good amount of audience, but you go to South Africa, you go to West
hmm,
Indies, you won't get that audience.
no, South Africa is one of the countries where the time period is good, 1:30 in the afternoon, 1:30 in the noon,
Mostly
not a
like
problem.
England, 2 hours
But
before
then you have
England.
to, yeah, England, they also start the new kind of cycle at the same period, so they have to start a new cycle. You cannot start a new cycle without announcing the winner. So that's another point. And Ben Stokes has talked about it. I think you have seen the things that Ben has talked about the slow
Yeah,
over it.
yeah, about the overrate. Yeah, he put up their Instagram story.
I certainly feel for Ben. I couldn't believe that even with a day to go for the test match, how can you ban or impose a threat on a team for slow over it? Still 10 hours to go for the test match. There are 80 overs left. Where is the slow over it? Did you enjoy the game? Yes, I did. Did you enjoy fast bowling? Did you enjoy spin bowling? Yes. Did you enjoy the batting? Yes. Did you enjoy the catching? Yes. Did you enjoy the whole game? Yes. What's the issue there? Why have to
Also,
put the
there will be,
slow
I
over
mean,
it?
this issue will keep on crawling, keep on creeping up with teams playing more games away from the subcontinent, because they will bowl pacers, and pacers bowling hard spells won't be able to complete 90 overs a
I
day.
understand. I have no issues if there's a point when an hour left or 2 wickets to get, and because the slower the game didn't get a result, I can understand with all the facts. What I don't understand is how can you pose a slow worded ban or slow word penalty when the game has already been finished a lot of time before the test was scheduled to end. What was the issue with it? You cannot just push a fast bowler to bowl fast, 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 and don't take time to get breath. In those old days, they used to bowl 80 overs. Now they have extended to 90 overs per day. Also, I know
Yeah,
understand
maybe
they have 6
somewhere
hours.
it's also down to the generating the revenue. I mean, getting more overs will generate more revenue, maybe something of that sort, and they're
Whatever it is,
pushing for
but this
that.
is absolutely funky. And I understand Ben has talked about it. And I thought someone has to take a step. I'm really happy that Ben has talked about it. What I'm not happy is he said he said that I am not understanding the concept of WTC. So I'm not putting any kind of a weightage on the WTC final. That's a bit rubbish to say. WTC is very simple. You play, you win, you get the points, you qualify, just like you do in the World Cup. It's a 2 year World Cup. Like you like in simple words, the
Yeah,
two
I
year
know. I
World
mean,
Cup.
there's some issues to the WTC, but it's nothing like that. I mean,
Something like that. Yeah, it's not like Ben says make a point. But there are some flukes which you can actually get a little better off. You have so much time. But the fact is, even up to the third cycle, if an England captain is wagging a finger on ICC on the slow over rate, there's certainly a issue. There's certainly a issue that you have to look after. That one you mentioned about two test matches. This should be one of those points that you have to play at least
yeah, I
two
mean,
tests in a series.
I mean, only the big three plays 5 test matches. It's India, England, Australia, the monopoly.
When was the last time New Zealand played a 5 match series? South Africa played a 5 match test series.
Did they
I
ever?
can't remember. I can't remember. They don't actually. I can remember only New Zealand playing a 3 match series against Australia or maybe against England a couple of years ago or maybe against Australia. Can't remember them playing a 4 or 5 test match series. So even with South Africa, when was the last time South Africa played 5 test match series or a 4 test match series? Then never. It's all about the big three: India, England, and Australia. So this three, and the revenue comes from it. No issues with it. And I saw that. I don't know whether you guys have seen that picture that Rashid Latif had shared on the revenue model. And I saw the revenue model share, which is said that India has getting a share of 38.10% from the ICC. The next base, hold your beers, hold your chair, mate. The next best is 7%. So India at the top, 38.10%. The second best is 7%. That's England, 7.69. Then Australia, 7.62. And the rest follows with 4 and 2 and 1. So the gap is 31. So I can tell you, I know South Africa has almost reached the final for the WTC. The only fight is between Australia and India. ICC is praying India to get there. They're praying their best that India gets the WC final because they know if India reaches there, the revenue will be full. Kohli will be there, Rohit will be there, Bumrah will be there. all the Indian fans will come there. The whole ground will be packed. Even though it's Australia, you want to see Australia and South Africa playing England because two of the countries who believe a lot on bouncy pitches, pacey pitches, and they are now fighting on a country which is a lot about swing and seam bowling. So one of those three teams is going to meet South Africa in the final. But I'm telling you, ICC genuinely wants India to go there. Genuinely, they want it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think in all the tournaments I see once India, at least India फाइनल में एक साइड पे रह जाए, दूसरा कोई भी आ जाए खेल लो, फिर इंडिया जीते हारे वो फर्क नहीं
That's
पड़ता, पर
another
इंडिया
point.
को
India
होना
needs to
चाहिए.
win. Can you believe when they won the T20 World Cup a few months ago? I can tell you the biggest, happiest guy was the ICC. They were the most delightful teams. Like, wow, they have win. We have got the content for the next 1 year until the next IC Champions Trophy. That would contain. They still share it. They still share. If you go to the IC social handles, they still share Surya's catch, Virat's some of the sixes he hit, Rohit's innings, Bumrah's bowling. They still keep on sharing it because
Virat's
they know
Pakistan knock itself is still a content.
this is still a
2022.
content. Can you believe it? There's still a content. They did it in a couple of years ago in MEM CG, and it's still a content. That bomb snowball to Mohammad Rizwan this year in the T20 World Cup. This still a
Yeah,
content. They're still getting revenues. It's like the video is upload and you come back and the singer says I uploaded a singing video almost 10 years ago, and because the views are still coming, revenue is still coming, I'm still getting paid. Same for ICC because they know they'll go back 10 years later, 12 years later, they go back to the Virat Kohli knock in MCG, and that video will come and will get the revenue. They want everything to go India's way, and there's no partiality. I think there's no partiality because the audience are giving multiple dollars. That's what you want. You don't want nothing. You are doing so many things. You want to get something out of your pocket. So that's you get. I think it's delighted. India is delighted. Fans are delighted. The only one who is not delighted is Pakistan.
yeah, surely.
Well, Rosata
So
boy is here.
Rajta was listening for quite a while, and
Yeah,
He's very,
it's true. It's
what's
true.
your,
I mean, like,
now? What's your
so
take?
what on?
Yeah, what's your take on Adelaide? How are seeing India's approach?
Um, I mean, let's see. It's a tough call at this point of time. I mean, uh,
What's the batting order in your understanding?
should be Rahul and Jaiswal, then it should be Gill, then Kohli, then it should be this guy, Pant,
Then
and
Rohit to
then
follow.
yeah, and then Rohit to follow. Because I'm not saying this because I don't want Rohit at the top of the order, but it is more like I want Rohit. I mean, like these five are in phenomenal form. I mean, like if you exclude Pant's second innings at the Perth Test, he has been in phenomenal form. He's a phenomenal Test cricketer. Kohli is back on confidence. Rahul is good with the new ball. So is Jaiswal. I mean, Jaiswal is sometimes he's showing too much intent and is swinging the bat unnecessarily once or twice, but he has narrowly escaped so far. So he's there even in this. I think the Canberra, the Prime Minister's 11 match. Shubman Gill was pretty much he looked pretty solid. So I think that Kohli. I mean, like as I was saying in the previous live as well with Abhishek and with Ashish, that you come to bat. I mean, like even if you come to bat first, or if you come to bat maybe on day one during twilight, during the second end of the second session or under lights, Rohit comes down with such, with the immense pressure of captaincy, with the pressure of the 0-3 loss, because the rest of the India team has moved forward from it, but Rohit is coming directly from that after giving birth to his baby. I mean, so everything plays to the mind, and also at the back of the mind somewhere this WTC mathematics will be working in his mind. So that is there. The IPL auctions were there. So everything is there. So, like as I said, that if Kohli had come in the second innings at around 14 for 2 or 20 for 2, 30 for 2, I really doubt he would have played that 100 not out innings in the second innings. It's because KL Rahul and Jaiswal took so much pressure off in the second innings,
Yeah.
and already
yeah,
Bumrah gave India a 50-run head start. That is why he could, play his shots. He could play confidently. He knew that, like, even if I get out, people will say that okay, he wanted to score some quick
Yeah.
runs, and in the process he got out. Or maybe, like, that he added some quick runs and he got out. He did not waste the time, he did not waste the balls. At least he added some 50 runs in maybe some 60, 70 balls. So I think if India can maybe hand over the baton when Rohit Sharma comes in, maybe at preferably at 6, for my opinion, in my opinion. So when he comes in late, and if India can maybe amass like maybe 200, 250 runs by that time, although I know pink ball is it's a vicious thing. So I mean, maybe 200 for 4, 200 for 5. I think if Rohit Sharma comes in at 200 for 4, I think that will give him the confidence, and even a 30, 40, 50 run head start from there will give Rohit Sharma the confidence to take it forward, because you never know, like these bouncy pitches, especially you have to play Gaba next, and you have to play this extremely moving ball, the pink ball. So
Yeah.
I mean, fingers crossed, but anyone can get injured. We saw what happened the last time around in the BGT. The Indian team became a mini hospital, and we had essentially had to play with the reserves. So
Yeah.
anything can happen. So I mean, I think that will give Rohit Sharma a bit of confidence, because last time around also he was looking good, but then he unnecessarily nicked that ball. And because I think he's struggling to find where the off stump is. He's even nicking the sixth or seventh stump ball. So
Mm.
as an experienced batter, you should know like where your off stump is. So I think that is something he's struggling with. I think that is also something Shubman Gill has recently struggled with as well, because he's been getting bowled by leaving a lot of in-swinging deliveries, if you can see over his span of
Mm.
test career. So I think I mean, it should be good if India can give their captain a head start, and get him into the mix, and then he can be a part of the system. And once Rohit Sharma gets the runs, once under his captaincy the team is on top with GG at the helm, I think that will give him a moral boost as well going forward in the series. So yeah,
Yeah.
so and after that you have Nitish Reddy, and I think I mean, it's really difficult whether to choose between Ashwin or
Yeah, that was my
Washington.
next question. Are
Yeah,
we
Washington
going
Sundar.
back to Ashwin or Jadeja, or are we keeping faith on Washington Sundar? That's my question. I think there shouldn't be any question in the pace department. They were brilliant. Hershit was great. Siraj was great. Bumrah
Yeah,
obviously was always great.
yeah.
So no question on the. The only question toss up is where they keep Sundar, where they
Yeah,
say
it's
Jadeja,
but it is
or they say
criminal to
Ashwin.
bench Washington Sundar after, I mean, like after his performances in the New Zealand series. Only Washington Sundar and Rishabh Pant were the two guys who were playing
Yeah.
pretty well in the New Zealand series, and then in the last series as well. In the first innings, Washington did he get to bowl? I don't remember, but in the second innings he did get a couple of overs, and then he did take
Mm.
the wicket of, I think, Nathan Leon, if I'm not wrong, in the second innings with
Mitchell Stark
yeah.
and Nathan Lyon, I guess.
Yeah, Stark and Nathan Lyon. Yeah, Stark and Nathan. Stark was it was more like a brilliancy from Dhruv Jurel catching, jumping up
Yeah,
and taking the
that
catch.
was a
But
great catch.
yeah, because if it was Sarfaraz Khan, I'm pretty sure that would have gone over his head. But I mean, like, I mean,
I
so
think
so
the
so, so
2-1 is drop is
it
purely Padikkal and Jurel.
yeah.
But how are we going back to Ashwin? Because I genuinely want Ashwin to come.
Yeah, even
I
I
can't
even
keep.
I do want Ashwin to come, but
But thinking the other one you mentioned that after his contribution, Sundar is almost undroppable. What he did in at home against New Zealand and also in
and whenever
Perth,
and when almost whenever he has gotten a chance, he has proved his worth. That
he
96
has.
not out, I think, probably against England, then in the
Yeah,
Gabba
Ahmedabad.
test as well. That was his test debut, if I'm not wrong, the Gabba
Yeah,
test.
yeah.
He even got an 85 also against England in Chennai, I guess, that
In
first
Chennai,
test.
yeah,
Yeah.
he got the one. Ah,
so
but
so so so, so
Ashwin,
it is difficult, and also I mean, as hard as it is to say, but I think, I mean, in sport it is the crude reality that you need to move forward. So I mean, like Ashwin in home conditions, it's still unbeatable. He's still unbeatable. But if you want a long-term replacement of Ashwin, I know that Washington Sundar does not possess all the varieties that Ashwin brings in, or that experience that Ashwin brings in. But if you like want uh, batting, or I mean, a bowling all rounder who can do good with the bat as well and can contribute consistently, because although Ashwin has 7 test centuries, he with the bat has been quite on and off. If you see,
mm,
I mean, like, I mean, like that one century against Bangladesh, and then I think it has not been pretty well. And then even in the last match in the second innings against New Zealand, Ashwin was looking pretty set, and then he tried to play an unnecessary reverse sweep shot and got out, if I'm not wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That could
against
that,
Green
that could have that could have brought the game closer, especially when you have 7 Test hundreds under your belt. So, and with so much experience, I mean, I mean, it is expected that you will contribute a bit more with, I mean,
But
with
also, has anyone
bit more
joined
poise.
till now? I mean, we three are talking, and it's been 30 minutes with only Shomojit repeating what we said.
Yeah, I think this must be issue because every time we have come on live, there were most of us so many views, but we are struggling to get views because two guys are watching and hmm, maybe we need to keep it. I think we're getting good views on the videos, but we need to keep an
Yeah,
eye on the live. I think we have to come on live a little more regularly. It seems so.
Yes. I think the live sessions have been a bit off
Yeah, and
recently.
that's why. Yeah, that's
That
why
is why
I think we get
that
lacked on.
that is why I think it has gone off people's feed.
Yeah, that seems so. But coming to the approach of Australia, Hapturshi, how do you see Australia? Excuse me. How do you see Australia going, especially after what they were at? The batting was fragile last two innings of the Test matches. Lavushani was like a done like a dinner with both the innings and by
yeah. I
Bumrah and
mean, I was just
Siraj.
hearing the Ricky Ponting's advice to Labuschagne the other day that first of all, you
Yeah,
need to
follow
score some
Kohli
runs and then think about getting out.
getting out, and he also said that do follow Kohli and not, put your approach out of what you have been doing to get success. I think Labushani is so successful in day-night Test matches in Adelaide. He is the second highest run scorer in day-night Test matches across the whole, the format. When it comes to Adelaide, he is the highest run getter in day-night Test matches with average of around 60 odd. So he understands that. I think he scored a
No,
century
but
in the
some
last
of the
Ashes.
stats for Australia look exaggerated because other teams don't play that much day-night Test matches. That's also a fact.
Yeah, that's also a fact. When was the
and,
last time
and
India
also
played?
and,
That
How
was the
many?
and,
last
How
and,
many
one.
has
and
England?
also
How
and
many has
also if
England
you
played? How many has India played?
I think
India
and
has
also
in
if
played
you
England,
three,
drop
I guess.
the
I
also
think
if you
England
drop the
played.
India has played
Yeah,
4. India has played 4.
India has played four, yeah, three at home
India's
and
played
and and,
four.
one
and
at.
also if you take Labuschagne's Perth test, I mean his record in Perth before this match, it was phenomenal. I think he had an I mean
Phenomenal,
like
yeah.
yeah,
I think what was
he had a
a
massive average, and I think he
112
brought it down.
average odd. Yeah,
Yeah, it was probably 100
I think
plus, an average of 100 plus or something.
as you mentioned, the number of day-night Test matches for all the other countries. I think Australia's played almost 11 or 12. India has four. England, I can remember four. The one against New Zealand in Auckland. They played one against West Indies at
It was
Birmingham.
the it was that one where they got 60 all out, I guess, at Auckland.
Yeah, yeah. At England, the Bolt was
No, then
phenomenal.
then there was
Then
one where Shai Hope scored a century in the fourth innings versus West Indies in
Mm,
2017.
no, that
yeah,
wasn't. That wasn't the. No, no, no.
I
That was
have the
in the.
list.
That
I
wasn't
have the
day-night
list.
Test match. That game
England
was
has
No,
played
no,
played
in
one,
Headingley.
two,
Day-night Test
three,
match was
yeah,
in
Headingley.
Edgbaston.
4, 5,
Day-night
6,
Test was in Edgbaston.
7. England has
Still
played quite a few. England has played 7 day-night test matches.
England
seven
played
day-night.
two in that Ashes only. In 2021 Ashes, they played two.
Yeah,
One at Adelaide and one was at
yeah.
Hobart,
Hobart.
First
where
one,
the ball
yeah.
was
First
spinning
one was
around in the first innings.
7th to
Labuschagne fell
21st
down while
August.
trying to flick the ball against Stuart Broad.
Yeah.
What are you doing, the
Yeah.
robots? Broad called. I remember. Stop moving the robots. Broad called it. I remember that. One played against New Zealand. One played against West Indies in Edgbaston. Rajatabo.
Yeah, one played against West Indies. I'll check. I'm just checking. Yeah, West Indies was
West
against.
Indies one was at Headingley,
I'll check.
but
Edgbaston.
I'll
I
check.
don't.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
Yes,
it was
West.
Edgbaston.
Edgbaston.
Edgbaston. That was the first
Edgbaston.
day night. That was the
Yeah.
first day night for England. Then the second one was in the same year. Australia was in England in Adelaide Oval. Then the third
Yeah.
one was against New Zealand, March 2018.
It was
Then
in
after that, it was India versus England, the
India.
infamous test for England, and
Everyone
then
left the
Australia.
ball. Everyone with the last straight deliveries of
Okay,
Yeah,
Upsy.
Akshar Patel. Akshar
yeah,
Patel.
and then two
Yeah.
in the Ashes, one at Adelaide and one at Hobart, and then the final
That's it, I
one.
guess.
Yeah, the final
Okay,
one is
that's
New Zealand
it.
versus England in 2023.
New Zealand versus England. Okay. Last year they scored. They played one where
Yeah,
Stuart Broad
Oh,
yeah,
Nighthawk.
got a fourth final.
I
but
remember
England,
Nighthawk.
yeah, but
I
yeah, but
Nighthawk.
remember the
England,
full name.
England's
Yeah.
record in pink ball is Pathetic.
But I think they've won what? They have won one against West Indies. They beat
That's it, I think.
The New Zealand one they won last year.
Yeah,
yeah,
right, right.
and did they beat the one in March 2019? I'm not sure about it. Did they beat New Zealand in whatever it is? Pakistan
Yeah,
has
yeah.
played I think one or two against West
Pakistan had
Indies.
won in West Indies, I guess. Azhar Ali got some 300 or something back in
And they also played
2016 or something.
and they also played the one against Australia in Adelaide when Yasir Shah got a century. That was
Yeah,
also day
Babar
night test
also
match.
scored some 90 odd, I guess, in that match.
Yeah, Babar Azam also scored 90 odd. So India has played four, England has played
I
seven,
remember the
Pakistan has
first
played
day night
eight.
test match was in 2015. I think India was at that time playing South Africa on a
Yeah,
minefield at Nagpur, and Australia was playing New
Australia,
Zealand.
New Zealand in Adelaide. I remember the good game.
Oh,
McCullum
by the
was
way,
there. Australia, yeah,
yeah, I just want to go off topic. So, do you guys know that Sajid Khan has been dropped from the Pakistan,
yeah, man.
Yeah, and
South
Mohammad
Africa?
Abbas is returning after quite some
Very
time.
bad.
Yeah,
Sajid
after
was the
3 years.
hero of this two. I don't understand why they don't pick two spinners. If Noman Gali is injured, are you calling? Are you calling a guy who is sitting in his, in his private room, watching the game and say, "Come back, South Africa," because Noman Ali has got injured? Why didn't you pick him? He was the hero of your home series
Exactly,
victory.
exactly.
There's no issues that you can't pick him. You can
Yeah, and,
easily
and,
leave
and,
out.
and he can contribute with the bat as well. I think he did some 50, 40, 60, 40, 50 runs odd
Yeah, yeah, he
in
has
the
got
last
runs.
test.
Yeah,
Also, Mohammad Abbas, I
yeah.
think his
So
last
what
test
was the
match
issue then?
was back in 2021 December, if I'm not wrong, against New Zealand.
That lockdown
Yeah,
almost
yeah, it was
with the
during.
COVID test match
It was
at
when
Manchester.
India was playing South Africa, I think, at that point of time, or not. Oh no, sorry, during that BGT only, 2020 only, I think. Yeah, 2020 only during that BGT.
Yeah, that was in Manchester. If I'm not, let me just check. I think that was in Manchester. The guy has been
No,
one of
no,
those.
he was playing in New Zealand, right?
Was it
Mohammad
Manchester?
Abbas. Manchester was in August
Oh no, no,
2020, I
no,
think.
no, no. His last test match. No.
December
His last
2020,
test
right?
match is against the West Indies.
Okay.
Against West Indies, August 2021. So he played one test match against West Indies
Okay, so it
when.
was that series where the West Indies Kemar Roach won one match after in the 10 wicket
Abhishek wants
partnership.
to join. Abhishek wants to join. He's
Hi,
here.
Was.
hi.
What was his? I think he bowled pretty well. Even in the last test match, we see 3 for 44 in the first innings, followed by and then for 42. And he has been one of those gun. I think Ham Spare is being benefited a lot with the contribution of Muhammad Abbas. 741 wickets in first class game. Has played almost 200, 185. Average of 20. Strike rate of his strike rate is 47. So he's giving only 20 runs for each wicket and taking a wicket in every 8 overs. I mean, 32 4 wicket hauls, 46 5 wicket hauls, 13 10 wickets haul. Even for Pakistan, he has 90 wickets, average of around 23. He was one of those guys who used to bowl those lengthy periods of overs against Australia. UAE surfaces, nothing, benign surfaces, no help from the fast bowlers. He used to come and bowl those 5 overs for nothing and get the wickets for the spinners. So it was very surprised to see him getting dropped. But good thing is he's back in South Africa. I am not really satisfied with the inclusion. I thought he should be picked for a home series because if you're going to South Africa, you want pace. That guy had pace, whom you left out. Shaheen Afridi. That guy had pace, you left out him, and you
But
picked
is
the
he fit
medium
enough
pace.
to bowl long spells for
That
5 days
could be the
straight?
one issue. That could be the only issue
No,
I'm
Shaheen
thinking.
Afridi was the only issue is that he couldn't bowl long spells and his fitness was the issue. And I
Even if
also
he bowls
think
15, I'm okay with it.
for test matches, I don't think he's that fit compared. I think after once his new ball gets over, he don't have that much tricks to bowl in test match. I believe. Other than
Yeah,
that, I think
that's
uh,
true. That's true. But even if he
I
bowls
would go with
15,
Amit Jamal and Khurram Shahzad. I think they are better test match bowlers than him.
they are better. Yeah, they are good. Amit
Yeah,
Jamal is excellent. He was excellent with the bat in Australia last time around. Even
with the Australia series. Yes,
yeah, that was
Yeah.
great with
I
the
would also
bat.
go with Mir Hamza. He can.
Mir Hamza, the left arm shape, shapes in. So Mir Hamza is a good bowler for
Yeah,
sure.
I think Shaheen Afridi had his of the most suited for limited overs. I think rather than test matches. Naseem Shah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
but
Naseem Shah, I think, is a decent
No,
bowler for tests.
yeah,
yeah, I think
Naseem Shah has got some. I mean,
Good
let
records
me
in
check
tests. I'm
it.
not sure.
I think
I think
he used to be good, but after post injury, I think his pace got reduced, and I think he was not that effective.
that
Consider
hat
the
trick he
Bangladesh
took.
series
Yeah, took a hat trick, if I'm not wrong, against Sri Lanka in
against Sri
Karachi.
Lanka. That time he was really good.
That time he was really good, and by then the injury happened because he was thinking all of the injuries, and you remember what happened with me treatment, and he was dropped from national side. That was also already a bit much pressure on his shoulders. But I'm not really understanding Mohammad Abbas' inclusion for the Pakistan series, for the South Africa tour, because the pitches are flat. And let me just check where they're playing. I'm not sure. Are they playing in
South Africa
Centurion?
pitches are flat,
Not
uh,
flat, but it's a bouncy pitches, fast
bouncy.
pitches. So if you are carrying a bowler who is 130, 128, that's not gonna help for sure.
Now, If you
If you're
remember,
carrying
if you if you remember Bhuvneshwar Kumar also when he played in 2018, he wreaked havoc. So I
Yeah,
think
but they played in different pitches. That was a different series altogether. That Johannesburg pitch, they will never bring that Johannesburg pitch because of the ICC demerit points. They know if they put in, and if ICC rates it below average, you are gone for the rest of the summer. So that could be one of those issue. Okay, let me just check where is the venue.
I just
Mm,
saw this very funny meme. I don't know if you guys will somehow be able to show this.
Sure, share it.
So yeah, so it is like a video. It is showing Adelaide Test day one. India starts to bat. KL Rahul is taking the stance. So it's a kid who's taking the stance, and then another kid comes in. His name is Rohit Sharma, and he comes in and kicks the ass of KL Rahul, kicks him out of the field, and starts to
yes,
bat.
yes, yes, yes,
Cannot make contact with one single ball, and then
yes, yes.
falls
I
back
saw
to his
that meme.
wicket.
I saw that meme.
They are
But I
playing two
think
test matches. One in Centurion Supersport
Private
Park,
flag.
and then they're moving Newlands, Cape Town. Cape Town
both
has
are
always been the ground for fast bowlers.
yes,
Siraj took that six-wicket haul.
Cape Town
Last,
also, I think India played that first test in 2018 where South Africa gave some target of 208 and India couldn't chase down.
couldn't
I
chase.
remember what happened.
Hardik
So
Pandya
Cape Town
93.
is hard. Yeah,
Hardik Pandya
Hardik
90.
Pandya 93. And
And it
then
was
they're
the
I
playing
think
it was the
Centurion
only
is
match
more
when
gonna be like
it
a
was the only match
subcontinental
when
dry bit of
uh,
slow surface.
yeah, and I saw a
Centurion,
very interesting stat. It was the only match when Dale Steyn, Morny Morkel, Lungi
Philander.
Ngidi, and Rabada played together.
yeah,
yeah,
but
only
Stein I
that.
think
They
got
got
injured in
injured.
the first innings only.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but it was
Yeah,
still the only match in which they played together, the
can
four
you
of them.
believe it?
Okay.
Wow, what a piece that could have been.
And
Yeah.
then I think Lungi came in as his replacement in the second match and got a fifer.
Yes,
Well, Indians and their love affair with debutants. That's a
yes.
fairy tale story. Whether it's Moeen Ali,
Indians and their
Adil
love affair
Rashid,
with Lungi.
Lung, Lungi Engidi, Rabada, you say Adil Rashid, you say Moeen Ali, anyone who's making his debut.
Ollie
And even
Robinson in his first series against
Ollie
India.
Robinson. I still
Okay, so
remember that one.
you are forgetting the main villain, Kyle Jamieson,
Well,
who was
Kyle
Jamison.
born to make
Jamieson.
India lose that WTC and then he disappeared.
Even Scott Boland
Not
at the
Boland.
start of his
That wicket
career
of Virat Kohli.
at
Yeah,
BGT. Oh my goodness.
and then you forgot these guys, Shoaib Bashir and Tom Hartley.
Tom
So
Shoaib,
Hartley.
but Tom
the first test
Hartley.
match.
Tom
Okay,
Hartley.
so even Matthew Kuhneman got fifer on that indoor pitch.
That's my topic for the next article. India and the debutants. I think
Hmm.
I should write something on it. But
William
but yeah,
O'Rourke this series, New Zealand.
Yeah,
William
William
Oroki
Oroz.
also the fact is that
Ajas Patel also, but it wasn't his debut series. But anyways, he was playing for
he
against
was a
India for the
start.
first time. I guess.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the point.
No, Ijaz Patel had a 10 for in Mumbai already once.
Mumbai. And this time
Yeah,
I
in
mean,
Fifer.
yeah, I think he has better average than Shane Warne and Mulligan and Mumbai, something like that.
yeah.
Ajaz Ajaz
In
Ajaz
India, he has
Patel
better average than Shane.
he does not have a wicket in New Zealand on New Zealand soil.
Yeah,
Not
I
one
Can you
wicket
think
on New
believe
they
Zealand
it?
soil.
keep him especially for the Asian tracks.
Can you believe it? An Indian team playing a fast bowler for Sena Test matches and then dropping him for India Test matches, and the reaction of the public, fans, the media. New Zealand is doing it very smoothly every single year. They have dropped Mitchell Santner, and Mitchell Santner made a point that bit weird to sit out at home watching the guys play at the Hagley Oval in a test match after taking a 10-wicket haul in Pune. He's made that comment. So yeah, a bit odd to say, but then that is what New Zealand do. Well, guys, Team South is retiring. I think Team South is playing his last Test series, bilateral Test series.
Yeah, he has 4 innings to hit 5 sixes.
He has 4 innings to hit 5 6 and join Adam Gilchrist, if I'm not wrong.
Who is the highest now? Ben Stokes, right?
Ashwin.
Ben is highest. Ben will finish as highest for sure, without
And
a
he will
doubt.
remain at highest for quite some time now, I guess, unless Rishabh Pant catches up with him.
Yeah,
Rishabh is the
Rishabh Pant.
closest.
There
I
should be
think
Jaspal also in future. Who knows?
Who?
He has
Yashasvi can
already
also do it,
32
yeah.
sixes in his name. I think 32. I think in one series only hit 20 sixes. I think against
Yeah,
England.
yeah.
I think.
England series. Yeah,
Yeah, in that
at least
where he
one.
scored some 700 runs, I think.
Yeah, that was one.
two double
But Team
centuries.
Saudi, I used to love Team Saudi's action. I still love it. Very smooth action, just goes with it, round shape, and just
Yeah, I
comes
would
like
say
this.
it's very underrated as a fast bowler.
And the
Very
three-quarter ball that he developed,
3 quarter he ball it developed. I remember, I think it was last time when they go into England in 2021 when NASA made that point on England
22, I guess, 22 or 21.
22.
They went both times. 22 was when they were
No,
hit by
21.
baseball.
21 because they played that WTC final after that. So
WTC final.
21.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Before that, the one where Devon Conway made that 200 on debut.
That Lords, yeah. Conway is struggling, guys. Since Tono is struggling a lot of time. I think Alistair Cook made a brilliant one. I think he was
Abhimanyu
showing that
Ishwaran. Okay, Ritik wants to know about Abhimanyu Ishwaran. Or is he Abhimanyu Ishwaran? Or is he a fan of Abhimanyu Ishwaran?
uh, everyone
Abhimanyu
Vishwaran, man.
Ishwaran.
Okay, let's go back to BGT. Ask Abhishek what is yours.
No,
I
since
mean,
since
possible
no
starting
one joined,
11.
so our discussion has just gone from here and there and there and here.
Yeah, yeah. So what is
We're
your
just floating around.
possible 11 for
No,
Australia
people need
for
to
that
people need to
Adelaide Test?
join to keep us on the line.
Yeah,
We are
Otherwise,
yeah.
discussion
dropping.
will
So
go like
We
yeah,
are
so this
dropping
is
after 5 minutes.
this is the last question for you and the
Yeah.
last question of the day, and then we'll wrap up your 11
yeah.
for
So
the
mostly, I
Australia.
think Australia's 11 would be like the last match, apart from
no, I
No, no,
think
everything
he's
Abhishek,
going
asking
on.
Abhishek,
And
about
I
the
Abhishek.
think
India's
Poland.
11.
We know your
I think yeah, particle dropping. I'm saying I think
Australia. No, Australia's 11.
Australia's same. I think it will be same. I think Scott Boland for Hazelwood. I'm not sure if he will play.
Not Sean Abbott.
Yeah,
Or
I think Scott
yeah,
Boland
Or Doggett.
or Sean
I
Abbott.
would want Sean Abbott to play because yeah, Scott Boland will be. I'm fearing a dangerous on that pitch
And
with the
and
new
maybe
Yeah.
ball.
Bew Webster for
Brewer.
Mitchell Marsh.
I am
Uh,
giving his head debut cap, Babe Webster. Great bowler. He is such a tall. He is as tall as Mitchell Stark, and he is called Mr.
is it a
Garfield.
medium pace? Is it a medium pace or
Oh,
a genuine pace?
well, 140. So that's up to you
140.
whether you call it
Yeah,
medium pace or sheer pace. But he's
that would
called
be.
he is
But
called
don't you think?
Garfield in
Oh,
Tasmanian side. Garfield's overs once took over 40 wickets and 900 runs in a Australian summer in the Sheffield, and the only two guys have done it: B. Webster and Garfield's overs. So they call him Mr. Garfield in the Tasmanian side. Great bowler, lanky pacer. I don't know whether you guys know it. Before the COVID, he used to bowl off spin. This B. Webster used to bowl off spin
just
in
like
the
Wow.
COVID
Manas.
days. He bit like Barnes that used to bowl off spin, and then one
uh,
of those coaches,
Sachin Tendulkar.
mm,
Ryan Harris came up to him and said, "Start bowling fast bowling. You will be picked in the Australian team." And see what has happened. 3 years down the line, he's about to make his debut for Australia in the
but I
day
think
night
he's
Adelaide Test.
mid 30s. I think or like above 30. Right, just in his 30s
I
He's
or
above 30.
think
I mean the four guys who were added in that extras, I think all were above
30.
30. Some stats like this. So Bew
Yeah,
Webster, I think there was one Doggett named guy,
yeah,
and
Doggett.
Boland and Son about all 30 plus.
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
If
I
he
so
think.
wasn't injured, if he
yeah,
wasn't
carry on.
injured, I genuinely wanted
But
Jai
I think that
Richardson
would
to
be
play
a
the game.
yes, yes. But I think his
Jai
injury is the
Richardson would have.
major concern for Australia.
Yeah. Okay, so last final question to all of you. One word answer. Your predictions for the Adelaide Test.
I would go for
Australia.
with India.
2-0 to India.
I would go with India.
Shaptashi.
Most likely at this point, India with the form.
And
Shubhadeep.
Hazelwood not playing because he was a major threat. I
Yeah,
believe.
that's also a good thing. I mean, yeah, that's also a good point.
Shubhadeep.
Uh, okay. Again, I'm saying Australia. I don't know why I always pick Australia. Even in a World Cup final, we made it live late in the night.
Yeah. I was just
This
about to
time,
say that before night, we made it on 17 November, and Shubhradeep said Mitchell Marsh was gonna be the man of the
everyone
match.
was. Gaurav was there. One of my friends was there. He was there, and all of them
No,
said
me, Gaurav, and I think Nitam was there. Yeah, me, Gaurav,
all
and
of them
Nitam
was
was there.
there. They called India, and I said, "Watch out for Mitchell Marsh," and I said, "Watch out for Australia with the field." Australia saved 30 runs in the field that
30
day,
runs in the field. Yes.
and I
And
said, "Watch out for
that catch of
Australia's
Rohit
pitching."
Sharma.
And I don't know how they said. I said, oh, "Watch out for Australia," because I remember that Shoaib Akhtar tweet. He said, "If South Africa beats Australia in Lucknow that day, then watch out for
No, it
Australia for
was
the
in
rest
Eden.
of
It
the
was in Eden, right?
no, the one in group game against
Okay.
South Africa in Lucknow." He said, "If Australia loses their second consecutive game in Test matches, then surely they are going off." And that exactly happened. They lost that game, and bang, they went for the World Cup win. I
Are you
am
guys
picking
getting the
Australia.
background?
Oh no, don't put it, don't put it, man. But I don't know. I think the public, the media of Australian cricket has dampened that side. Dressing room has been broken. They have all those kind of
Yeah,
reports
what
of
is just one last question? What is this news coming up of breaking some rifts in the Australian side? If you could
well,
shed that light,
well.
is it all
Listen,
a publicity
I am
stunt or
no. I
Or even
think
if it is true, I don't think that matters for Australia.
I
Steve
think
Waugh and
Abhishek.
Shane Warne played in the same team.
I
I've said this so
think
many times here.
they should ban Josh Hazelwood to go into the press conference. They should ban him.
Okay, I
Genuinely, I'm
remember
saying
that T20
because the
World Cup
first
when he said about England.
just should ban him. Just don't go to media. You cannot handle press conference. That's my real issue.
yeah? So don't you
You
think
Once
that
ban him
you
from
get
going to
pointing
press
information,
pointing
conference and
fingers
ban him
only
from
at the
batting.
batsman? Because as a team, I have never seen Australia team. He just
and
told
he
that
said
batsman needs to
and he said
batsman.
that we are thinking about the next test match, how to get this test match out. This test match is yet to get finished, and you are thinking already Adelaide. That's not the Australian
Yeah,
team
ban
I
him
know.
from press conferences and maybe use that IPL ka super sub, that thing for Josh
Yeah,
Hazelwood for
yeah.
Australia's batting.
You can sell
I
anyone.
think
You can.
Steve Smith had already almost walked Australia out of danger in that pink ball at Gaba, and then
Yeah,
Shamar Joseph. It was one ball against Josh Hazelwood, and he could not defend.
and he got out.
He got bowled.
We got
Bold, yeah.
bold. So yeah, but I think Australia will show their mental courage in the next game, and we are going 1-1 to Gaba. I
And
don't know what will happen.
I think it's a clean 2-0. It's a
Oh,
clean 2-0.
only thing
oh.
India needs to bat at least 350. I think anything above 350 or 300 in any of the innings, I think Australia are not
Well,
going to chase it.
I am saying 300 is enough with India's bowling and the way Australia batted last time around. I think
Hmm.
300 is enough. But
I'm
against a
not
pink ball,
in absence of Shami. I'm not sure actually. If that is like if will Australia collapse every time? I'm with like those
well,
Smith and Marnus.
See,
Yeah, the
I'm not
thing is,
sure.
I mean, if
India
Bumrah
is
has an
playing
off
with
day, will the
nine
others
people
step up?
Yes, exactly. That's
who
what
will
I
not
wanted to
throw
tell.
away their wickets. Hopefully,
I I genuinely want Rohit to do a
Because
pop.
Smith
I
looked
exactly.
remember,
comfortable in the second innings, and it
yeah,
took a yeah.
I remember. I think Australia was playing one test match in day-night test match at the sorry, Hobart. They're playing in 2016, and then
Pakistan.
no, South
No,
Africa
South Africa. I say.
and Australia, Hobart.
Yeah, I think Quinton de Kock scored a century or something in that match, if I'm not
And
wrong.
Fab declared 9 down because it was an hour to go before the stumps. Floodlight, ball was swinging here and there. He said 285 it is enough. We are declaring. We are bowling Australia. They lost 4 wickets in the 1 hour period. So I am
Actually,
thinking, can
actually, Pat
India?
Pat Cummins tried that last year against West Indies. He declared with some 9 down or 8 down,
Yeah,
but later
can
on he
India
would
do
have
that?
thought that maybe 20 more runs and we would have won the match.
But still, can you do that? Can you take the chance? Because the Australian side is already
Even
broken
Stokes
in
did
batting.
that in Christchurch or somewhere where in that
Oh,
pink ball test.
Stokes is mad, man. Stokes is
Stokes
mad.
does that in morning test also.
Stokes is mad. He actually called the team back when they were 9 down. Root was on 122 at Edgbaston. They called him. That was mad. That was not planned. That was no tactics. That was mad, absolutely mad planning. I don't think can India do it, but whatever. If they go 1-1, then Gava Test, then the MCG, then Sydney. Let's enjoy day
Yeah,
night test match. After a long,
yeah,
long time,
Yeah.
we're
hopefully,
seeing a big
yeah,
world test.
hopefully. Saptarshi,
Also, I
we will
think the Sri Lanka one
have.
is starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
Bangladesh won a massive test match yesterday
Yes,
against
yes.
West Indies.
Savannah
Yeah,
Park.
I hope Sri Lanka can make it somehow 1-1 and then make
Nah,
it complicated.
nah.
No,
They're
Sri
playing
Lanka's fast
P.
bowling is good. Actually, their batting needs to step up. Actually,
Same with Australia.
Only chance they had in Durban. They had only chance in Durban, and the way they collapsed in Durban 42. No way they're beating South Africa in PE. Australia couldn't beat South Africa in PE, and you think, yes, no. Sri Lanka, if Sri Lanka beats
Yeah,
South Africa in PE, uh, I want to
They will
do
beat
something.
Australia. They will beat Australia at home conditions. That's what you're trying to say.
No, I will donate something to all of you guys if Sri Lanka beats South Africa. I will donate
Okay, so no one is watching, so it will be one of the three of us.
I will donate 200 rupees per head to all three of you if Sri Lanka beats South Africa in PE. That's how
Okay,
strong
okay,
my
okay, okay.
confidence is on South Africa in PE.
Okay, we will remember this.
That 20,
yeah,
20 that 2017 or 18 series when Smith was banned. Second test match, Australia played South Africa in PE. De Villiers scored that century. That was the PE ground. They never wins. They never loses in South Africa. Never loses in PE. Never loses. When was the last time they lost PE test? I think nah, they didn't lose.
against England, did they lose in the 2019-20 series?
Let me just check because they don't lose generally in PE.
They lost only one test. They lost three tests in that series, so I don't remember actually. Let me check. SA versus England 2020.
I hope they don't.
So,
Just called off.
so,
They played
so
Centurion. Oh, they didn't play in PE. Oh, they played in PE. Okay, they lost. England win by
yeah,
189
they
runs.
lost by an innings and 53 runs. Yeah,
No. Huh? Oh, yeah. No, I'm checking the wrong
yeah,
one.
yeah. They lost by
Oh,
an
yeah.
innings and 53 runs in 2020. I
Okay,
think this was the match where Stokes and Oli Pope got
repeat your
hundreds,
predictions.
and
Hmm.
then I think Dombe's picked up
But
a
still,
fiver. He's
I
very
am
good.
still
Repeat your
keeping my word.
predictions, please.
I am still giving my words. 200 for each three of you.
And
If Sri
Joe
Lanka
picked
beats
up four parts. So the spinners
if
feasted.
Sri Lanka beats South Africa, I am ready to do anything. No. They can't beat
Okay, okay,
South
okay.
Africa.
We will see.
Okay, so I
we will
think
see.
yeah,
It's
I will
recorded.
see. I
there's
It's
will
a day
read.
recorded in
there's
live.
a day to go.
Oh,
Yeah, it's also recorded anyways. So we'll be coming back to the live, and yeah, I think that's it. So,
Yeah, see you guys.
hoping for more
thank you
Okay,
guys.
guys.
participation next time. Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
guys.
thank you.
bye
Please
guys.
participate more. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you.